Hi guys, this is Emno, and we are back playing Hearts of Iron 4 with the for Dishonor as Fascist Romania. At the very end of our previous episode we have gotten a final war goal for Hungary, and we can now go for it. As I mentioned, I don't think let's actually see what is the Air Force situation right here. Details. Yeah, they have quite a few airplanes, so we're not going to waste hours. I don't think the potential is well. The reason is once again the coverage is pretty atrocious. So they would most likely get slaughtered, and I kinda want to hold on to them. Maybe I will change my mind if the bonus the penalties here will prove annoying. But for now, let's declare war. And well, in here I'm going to use 5. Actually, I'm going to keep 1 in reserve in case they actually attack from there. Yeah, something like that will do. Yeah, for the time being, let's keep it like that. Those we can split into 2, so 1 will go to here, 1 will go to here. Actually, one of those will once again stay in reserve, and if they simultaneously attack us, so those will not suffer from fighting into multiple conflicts, because the defensive duty will stay with those guys. Yeah. Again, we'll send 4 this way. Actually, less than that, because we are already sending to the. So we are going to send you here, and that's a bit excessive, isn't it? So 6 and those tanks, I guess. To support the attack, and just just leaving 1 guy on the defense, I think. We'll see how that goes. Okay, left a bit too. So okay, so 3 of you, and let's keep 1 more infantry here on the defense. There we go. Yeah, that works. Right, let's slow it down though. Alright, so yeah, the whole staying on the defense works in here, although it seems like they still managed to. This is a bit of a new thing with those instantaneous attacks, that they can attack at the same time. But well, this is what it is. Okay, let's those attacks should fail fairly quickly, I think. Right. And sending volunteers. No, I don't think I want the threat to go even higher than it is going to go just in a moment. So nah. Oh, okay. Let's remove all of this nonsense. Who is attempting to go here? You. No, you just stay here and defend. Okay, and 1 of you is going to push through there to just keep them from going to Budapest. And the rest is going from attacking, counter-attacking, whatever, and the rest is gonna just push for Budapest. Alright, well, things due to air superiority. Oh, we're extending combat with, and it's okay. We haven't captured any airfields. Doesn't really matter. We should be alright. How is our speed affected? 13 on air superiority. Yeah, I think I'd rather preserve my planes. In this situation, okay, once this finishes, I want probably half of. Let's go this way after all. Yeah, just to keep everyone occupied. Shouldn't be too difficult, this whole shebang. There we go. Yeah, it seems like they've managed to break through, although no, I think they may be stopped by this guy that seems to be rushing. Yeah, you go this way and you go this way. Let's see, maybe one of you will go there. We'll get there. Oh no, sadly this guy was first. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. Well, I think that's about it. Let's not waste any more equipment, manpower, yada yada yada, so just the defensive actions. Just to be sure, yeah, I believe like every time I tried okay, let's make sure 9 hours, 11 hours. So yeah, I think the moment we capture Budapest, it's over for them. Yes, it is. All right. New military factories. Let's put one here. We're actually gonna put several here and get some tanks in this time around. We'll need one more steel and what do you want tungsten from? Well, I guess we'll just go for Portugal. So we don't want to feed our enemies, of course. And take all states and then done. Okay, we managed to capture quite a lot of equipment, I think. Let's take a look. Okay, nothing happened with our tanks here. Oh, well, let's start building a little bit more of those tanks. For equipment. Okay, we didn't manage to capture any additional tanks. Not much of in terms of support equipment, I believe. What have we captured actually? We probably managed to capture about 21,000 pieces of various equipment. It stands to reason that there should be some nice bumps in our stockpiles. Alright, so and that allowed us to bypass Align Hungary. And now we will be able to, I imagine, grab a bit of Czechoslovakia and then get Yugoslavia. So the risk here for our achievement hunting is that Yugoslavia may decide that they will heed to our demands, and they will basically split into different nations. Croatia, there will be Slovenia, but with its Croatia, Montenegro, Serbia, or maybe it's Slovenia, but there's no Bosnia. I think there's no Bosnia, but there's yeah. Well, they will simply split into all the nations, and I mean Macedonia, Montenegro, things like that, and all of them will become our puppets, which is very useless, because if you want puppets, you want like a single big ones, because this way you can fairly easily extract the manpower, and if you have a lot, that's a nightmare logistic wise, so but well, we shall see how that works. Right. And before we continue, we need to... Okay, let's speed it up again. What were we going to research? So already working on that. It's in November, so we're a month ahead. I don't like doing this month ahead because this is a long research. And that's what, additional 20. Although that's only, what, 9 days difference in this situation. Nah, I'll just wait and build something else. Let's say build something else, research something else. Let's research recons. Right, we really need to focus on support equipment a bit more. Kind of wish we captured some. Okay, so yes, we've actually captured quite a lot of infantry equipment. As you can see, we are back up to more or less full. Let's actually cancel that. Support equipment to the top. And there we go. Alright, so we'll invite foreign motor companies and pause war with China. Okay, invite foreign motor companies. Several foreign truck companies have expressed interest in opening a factory in Romania to produce new trucks for the commercial market, as well as the military. Choosing one will be considered a flagship deal that could be followed by further production licensing being acquired. Who should we approach? So we can approach Vauxhall, a British company, Opel, which is of course German, and Ford, which is of course American. As you can see, that acceptance when requesting to buy a license. That actually, I thought it was 10, plus 10 points, but that's 20 points. So, of course, we want to get a contract with Germany, and this way we should be able to actually acquire some nice licenses. Yes, as you can see, we went from 30 to 50. Now, what should we take? So we definitely want their panzers. The whole thing is that we will be we'll want to pick some. I think we'll wait with panzers for a time being. Now we'll just so our option now is basically King Michael coup to get rid of those annoying events, or we can get here and get some military factories and a very nice design company. Well, design company and factories will suddenly need to wait because we really need to get rid of this bloody king. And here we go. Now, as for the what do you want to start building? Because additional bonus from the factories is from licensing is that we'll be able to research them with research those things with a 20% bonus. So let's, for starters, get, I'd say, let's get Stukas, Junkers 87. Firstly, that's because, well, in a defensive war, I'd say that these days I've done quite a lot of testing earlier today about aircrafts and all the Air Force. I'm not going to talk about some obnoxious exploits I found because, well, I don't like exploits, but from what I've seen, like, you really need, for offensive operations, you really need a combo of both fighters and bombers, and then it works pretty nicely, which is a good result of what they've done. But defensively, closer support is I would say the king, because you in your own territory you should be, for the most part, able to bomb with impunity, and the times when your air wings are intercepted by enemy fighters should be quite few and far between, especially so early on, and especially in the game. I mean, when there's a limited amount of fighters in the air and there is no radar around. So we're just gonna grab close air support. Oh, and another thing is that Germany actually goes for next tier of fighter close air support before it goes for the next tier of fighters. So if we will have close air support already researched, we can grab it and research our own with the bonus. Okay, they accept it very well. Now there should be guarantees coming on. I'm actually not 100% sure if those things can trigger guarantees on if those will make AI get guarantees, but I'm pretty sure it won't. So, well, we shall see. I think with like as far as land grabbing and so on and so forth, and going for that what is it? So something with a cake, yeah. Death or Dishonor or Cake achievement. We've done what we could. Now we only need to get some from the Soviet Union, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, and Poland. Poland, I think we will need to wait for, you know, capturing things from the Russians when after the things that they will get from Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact. But well, we shall see. I think it's better to stay out of the war early on, and you know continue gobbling up those neutral states. Well, where was I? All right. We already have that license, so let's start building a little bit of it. Let's put 2 factories on it. So this is how this thing works. You can see the details of the license if you hover over the flag. So this license cost us 1 civilian factory, which is pretty steep, but well, it's mostly for show right now. And the fact that this is a license lowers our production output by 25%. Yeah, since we have other things, so license technology difference is 0 apparently. I never seen it above 0, so I'm not 100% sure how exactly would that work. But perhaps if you are really behind in trying to license, like if you haven't really researched any airplanes and you try to license like 1944 airplanes, you would get those issues. So yeah, I'm not sure what's the license modifier here. Oh right, and of course, the fact that so the license modifier and not in a faction with the licensor is the thing that makes up that total on top license production factory output. And well, that of course means that once we get into Axis, we will be at minus 25%. The interesting bit here is that if we decided to go a bit different way, instead of going for Balkan Dominance, we would have gone into Preserve Greater Romania and beyond. We would be able to pick this little bit, which, as you can see, license production speed plus 25, which basically negates this whole problem, that minus 25%. But on top of that, once we are in Axis, we would actually produce license things 10% faster than we are producing our own stuff. So yes, if you decide to go for well, either the German route, but also with military modernization, if you are going the Allies route, this makes the whole licensing much more beneficial to you. It's still decent-ish, but yeah. But I I think my goal here is to, you know, kickstart our production just a little bit, like 2 factories, get a few of those, but mostly we want to actually research research the thing. Well, research our research that with this 20% bonus. Sadly, we cannot really do that because what we want is this IAR, which is a design company unique to Romania. And it's interesting because, as you can see, it boosts the things that, well, that you use the most, which is a fighter and close air support, and boosts them very nicely because additional 10% ground attack. Ground attack is the single most important, well, maybe except range, but on top of range, ground attack is the single most important thing for your aircraft, for your close air support. And air attack is actually still pretty good for fighters. Agility is slightly better, but air attack is also great stuff to have. So, okay, this seems like a little, as you can see, it lacks a little bit of localization, but this is a pre-release version, so there you go. Oh, as you can see here, we could get plus 15 agility, but well, not only is it cheaper, 15 over 150, but also helps us with process support. So we are going to go for that very shortly. Should we do it outright? Imagine the difference. Let's check. So the difference here is research time is only 5%, so we might as well start researching it right now rather than hospitals. And then we'll just, once we get to 50, we'll deal with that. How are we on the fielded army? Okay, so we are just shy of 500,000. Very good. Chinese United Front, unstable alliance. Yes. Anschluss is going on. Yes, it is. Information flying. Let's wait 30 days. Oh, by the way, so once we finish with all the playthroughs of, you know, all the minors here, the next playthrough is going to be United Kingdom, I believe. Soon-ish, because I will be changing apartments shortly. There's some renovations going later this month, and I will be extremely busy with that, so not sure if we will have time to record much. We'll have to run from one, like, keep driving from my current apartment to my new one, like every other day or so, and that's like 1 hour drive each way and so on. So, yeah. All right. Well, either way, let's continue with this. End of the Spanish Civil War. Yeah, it adds up. Huh? So basically now our modus operandi is we will attempt to pick those whenever we can, and then we will continue down south. To try to, and at the same time we'll just, you know, I mean, continue down south here. And then we'll have to think, because we basically reached the end of this bit. We are not going to get any further. And there isn't much left here. We'll need to pick those two to be able to get the oil and then research, and this is just for nuclear, so we don't really care. So we'll play a little bit with those combat and air bits. There's some also licensing unlocks there. Anschluss, yeah, so this, as you can see, going up and up and up. Right, so embezzlement scandal finished. We got rid of the parting king. And well, since we are a fascist government, we don't have the king as our leader. But if we, for example, have done that before going for the fascists, the King Michael would be our head of state. Or if we, for example, instead of going for the fascists, went this way. Okay. Well, I think we could go for divide Yugoslavia outright, to be honest. Let's see. So if we were to deploy all of that, how are we on this? Oh, not quite, I believe. Let's cancel this and see. Not quite. Alright, so next time around. Yes, we're going to go with this one. Oh, right, we need the 70. Of course, we need 70 days here first. And we have those factories, those design companies, but I mean, that's just for motorized. I mean, sure, motorization research. Actually, it's not that terrible of an idea now when I think about it. So motorization research is also includes those things. I mean, in our case, it will only really apply to field hospitals because we are not going for logistic companies, but it's a little bit of research for 75. Well, we'll consider that. Now, well, we cannot actually research it right now because we. I forgot that we haven't gotten this invest in AR yet. We are just doing that, so we need to postpone our research in this. What do we want? Oh, damn it! I completely forgot. Of course, yes. Like a month ago, we should have started on a computing machine. Alright, yeah. As the satisfaction of the country's leadership has risen to the dangerous levels in Romania, Prince Michael has now instigated a coup with the aid of substantial elements of the military. Early reports indicate it is successful, and King Michael has already announced he has assumed the role of the head of state, intending to give Romania the leadership it requires. Right, but well, we will still have Antonescu as our leader, being fascist and all. So at some point we will, we're still just trying to amass as much troops as possible to push for those gains via the focus system, but later we will, as I mentioned, switch to a more elite force. This is going up nicely then. Right, and you guys should probably redeploy somewhere here. Forgot about that. There you go. Okay, so once again, Belgrade is our main goal. Well, there doesn't seem to be a lot of in terms of military they have going for them. Oh yeah, that should be extremely easy unless they. So there's a problem. Like as I already mentioned that earlier, but there is a danger that they will actually accept becoming a puppet. I really hope they won't, but all right. Oops. No, do we want? How are we on the whole motorized? We haven't gotten much from them. Yeah, it's probably time to start building a little bit of it at least. A factory or two. Let's get it up top. Leave it like that. I don't think I'm going to buy rubber quite yet. We can invest a little bit more in the tanks. How's the support equipment? So we are going to finish that in 60 days. We're actually already, well, sort of ahead on artillery, which is nice, but we'll need a little bit more of that. Yeah, we're pretty good for now. So, and this is as the end, although we don't have much in terms of tanks to spare. So, and we need to buy more steel. Oops. There we go. All right, and we are going for. Oh. Now, I think we need to deploy some of the troops we've been... How much do we have on the field? Oh shit, it's not enough, isn't it? I don't think we'll be able to go for it outright. That's a bit of a bummer. Nope, this is what, 18%, 16%. We could wait a few days. Damn it. We are at what? So we need 18,000. How much manpower is that? So yeah, so those would be enough, but then we'll be out of sync. Do I care? Should I just keep going and get a little bit of iron and... No, I think we need to keep to start knocking those. Yeah, the sooner, like all one after the other, really. Because if we want, the tension will go high enough for them to start joining the factions. So yeah, let's wait a few days. As for this, let's get the IAR and use the recon slot to go for it. There we go. One goes, good. Yeah, I think we go Yugoslavia and only then we'll go for split Czechoslovakia. With the Germans. I'm not actually 100% sure what is the actual result of that. Well, you know what? I will check that in the files between the episodes because, well, if we want to go for the achievements, might as well do it right, and maybe it's better to do that before they go for the Sudetenland. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.